Hey everyone, it's Gina Spagnola, President and CEO of the Galveston Regional Chamber of Commerce. And what a wonderful evening here in the beautiful Lasker Inn. We're here with Luke Bohlman, who is running for District 2 Council member.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
So far, so good.
So far, so good. We've got a
We're
crowd of people that are going to be coming in here. They're back there. I needed to get a quick interview because I've got to leave. But Luke, I wanted to say thank you. We're doing your official ribbon cutting. You're running for District 2. But I personally absolutely wanted to say thank you for all of the things that you've done. You're running for council. It's important for the business and stuff, but you have been such an incredible business member, a chamber member. You have done so much with the community, from the Kiwanis to the chamber to lots of other things. It's important that the people that are elected are pro-business. And, you know, I love that quote from Maya Angelou: when people show you who they are, believe them. And you have showed us who you are time and time again for many, many years. So I wanted to say that personally. I had to say that. So let's tell everyone, we're going to be cutting the ribbon later, and I'm sorry I'm going to have to be leaving. But tell everyone, you know, your story. And while you're running, you're busy. You've got a wonderful business. Why are you running?
Well, I'm running because I think right now in Galveston, we're at a very pivotal point. There's a lot of change going on, and we need to be part of that change. So
that's okay.
Can we cut it?
People are here.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you know, if you look back over the last 6-7 years, there's been so much change down here. We've had short-term rentals come in, cruise terminals being added. We've got a Davie Marine that could bring possibly 2,000 employees here, well-paying jobs. And what got me to run is the fact that when I look back, is we have not been. The change has been going on, and we have not been keeping up with it as a city government and the island. And so basically what's happened is that the change has been leading us, and we need to start leading the change.
Yeah.
And so I think this is very vital that we do that. We take everything we do. We look at these businesses coming in. How do we support them? What kind of decisions? And the decisions have to be made, not just what happens now, but we have to look to the future.
That's right.
Because infrastructure, everything's going to need to be made. Not only did we have those employees come in, we've got several large developments on the boards, right?
Yes,
so we have infrastructure, we have police, we have fire, all that stuff has to be thought about. And we've been busy catching up.
Yes.
And we've got to start doing less talking and catching up.
And as a business owner, what are some of the things that you have seen that you'd really like to correct, maybe at City Hall?
I mean, I'd like to see us be more proactive. I'd like to see the city council set a direction.
Yes.
And have city management execute that, and then as opposed to just reacting to everything. So I think with strong leadership, and keep in mind we have to have 4 votes to do anything at city council. So it's very important that we get you know, 4 or 5 people that have the same vision, and we can have that vision. So I'd like to see a vision for the city that matches with what the port's doing, the park board's doing, so that everything we do is for the good, right? And when we do that, we have to be very consciously thinking about how does it impact our residents and our small businesses.
Sure, always.
And so everything we do has to be under that lens. And I think we just haven't been doing that lately. And the change. This is a change election. There's going to be a lot of change. There's going to be a new mayor. There's going to be a new council. It's going to be a lot to change here. So we have an opportunity really to accelerate ourselves forward, and that's what I look forward to.
And I know the answer to this, but how important is it to really, that when you're talking about pro-business and the community and everything, but the support, going and being involved in the chamber and all the other business groups. I mean, you've done it as a business person. But how important is that, you know, to really support the business community as a small business owner?
Right. Well, I think it's very important. And I think everybody should be involved, because if you look at our small business owners, they're our residents too.
They're the lifeblood.
So I mean, so our residents own the small businesses, and they operate. If you look in my district too, we've got historic homes, we got short-term rentals, we got long-term rentals, we got small businesses. We have everything. So when we're making decisions and you balance all that together, it should uplift everybody, right?
Right.
And so that's kind of what takes place. But if you're not involved, it's easy to sit back and say, well, nothing's happening. But you know, I encourage people to get involved, whether it be our clubs or anything like that. There's so many things we can do in Galveston, our charities and things like that that can use our help. You know, when I go back to what I was talking about with the Davie deal, we want those families to live here. So we have to look at our city going forward, is it walkable? Is it bikeable? What's going to attract these people? And affordable, absolutely. But what's going to attract them to say, I want to raise my family here, not just retire here, right? So I think that's what we need to be looking for.
Yeah, and the business community is the lifeblood of the community. Without that, and maybe sometimes the lack of support for that business community, they're the ones that are supporting the schools. They're supporting the teams. They're sponsoring the events and stuff. Yeah. And so I know you do it. It's
not a business versus resident.
It's not a business versus
because we're all the same people.
We need it all, and sometimes it worries me that gets miscommunicated. Yes. That if you're pro-business, that means that you're not pro, and it could be further from the truth.
But I think that comes with leadership. Absolutely. When we have a plan and we're executing a plan, we have to make sure we communicate it well, so our residents understand it, our small business understand it. Because if it's the right thing to do for everybody, you'll get everybody to buy in.
You will.
We got a great future on Galveston, but we have to start now leading the change.
We've been here for a long time, and I think Galveston is better than I can ever remember it. Bob and I moved here in 1991, and what we don't want to do is go backwards. We don't want to stop the momentum, and I know you're supportive of the port and the cruise ship industry and all of those things, and we appreciate that. What would you say, just in ending, just a couple of your top priorities? You've kind of mentioned them, but just getting in there that first year.
Right here.
Yeah.
So the top priorities are really four things. Fiscal responsibility.
Yes.
I spent the last 2 years on the Finance and Fiscal Affairs Committee. I've got a lot of ideas on how we can improve some things there.
You sure do.
Obviously. Smart development, meaning, enhancing our tax base so that we don't keep putting the burden of taxes back on our residents.
Yes.
Neighborhood integrity. I mean, we need to preserve these beautiful neighborhoods. So we need to make sure we enforce our codes, we enforce our rules, we enforce our laws, and make it a better place. And then respectful tourism, which goes in the same thing. If we need to let the tourists need to understand the laws, and if they break them, we need to take action on that, and that makes them more respectful of our community too. So if you look at those four things, and every decision we make, you weigh it against those four things, you'll make good decisions. And I think that's where we are. That's what we got to do.
Well, it's so important to get out, obviously, and vote. It's important to get 4 votes.
Yes.
Without that, it's really hard to move forward, and we certainly don't want to go backwards. So get out and vote. Luke, thank you so much.
Visit LukeBohlman.com for more information.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for your time. It's the most precious thing that you can give a community. And like I said, you could just stay and do your business and be very, very successful doing that. But thank you for all of the things that you do, not just when you're running.
Right.
You didn't just start any of this. You've been involved with the Kiwanis and the Chamber for many, many years. So thank you so much for giving back. And good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Hi, everybody. This is Tina Collins with the Galveston Regional Chamber of Commerce. And we are here tonight for a quick celebration for Luke Bohlman, running for council. And I am going to District 2. I'm going to let him say just a couple words. And we've already gotten Gina in here earlier to do a little interview. So we're going to add that to the tape later.
So let's go ahead and cut the ribbon, and then I'll say a few words. I'll turn around and face people.
That sounds great. All right. So on the count of 3, we're going to holler and scream and yell. And y'all all ready? Yes.
Luke Bohlman for District 2.
Luke Bohlman for District 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Luke